Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 32 created team franchise. That's right, we've created a new league, a minor league to the MFL, and that league is this league right here, the SFL, the Sub Football League. You know, I was going to handcraft all the teams, and I realized that I didn't want to do that. So I've created a couple, but I've took some from the community, and some of you guys in the comments left suggestions for teams and whatnot. Shout out to DM Dustin, I think is his name. You can look his username up here. He left a comment, and he made a handful of teams that from one of my favorite series in the past. I remember when I was a young kid playing my PS2, I would stay up late playing Blitz the League 2, and that game is obviously dead and gone now, and we'll probably never get a game like that ever again, considering where we're going as a society and whatnot. But He created some teams, and they've made it in the league. And so, real quick, before I do the team reveal, or like the league reveal, what I decided to do was take a bunch of real teams and created teams from all around the world in different football leagues and put them all together here to compete for the SFL championship. And like I said, this gives those littler leagues a bigger showcasing here, and the players that do good in this franchise could maybe make it get called to the next level to play in the MFL. But they have their own league here. It's gonna be interesting. So okay, I'm just too excited. I can't. Let's just get into how it's going to work. So here is it's gonna be labeled the NFC. We can't change that, but here's the first conference. Okay, let me just break this down for a second. The NFC has some teams in here. I know you see two Arizona teams. Well, there's two different Arizona teams, so calm down. Calm down. There's two different Arizona teams. There's the Arizona Rattlers and there's the Arizona Outlaws. Okay, let's break this down by division. So here in the NFC North, we're just gonna call it the North, I guess. I don't know how we're gonna kind of label. I guess we'll just call it the NFC. I mean, we can't change it, but we have the Edmonton Elk. They come from the Canadian League. It's a real team. And they're here to represent Edmonton. We have Liverpool. They are a football club, usually kicking the soccer ball, but they've got a football team, an American football team, to represent Liverpool here. Then we have the London Spitfires. I'm pretty excited to see them. And then Montreal. I forget their team name, but it's Montreal. So two Canadian teams, two United Kingdom teams here. So this is not even an America division here. So that's pretty cool. By the way, these are all, well, they're not all real teams. Montreal's a real football team. Edmonton's a real football team. These two are obviously real in our universe only. Barcelona. Now, obviously, you guys could have seen this one coming. This was an actual team. They are a team now. But they were in the first ever Europe League that was created, that was launched in the early 2000s, which ended up, I think, coming to an end, but then reopening. There's a Europe League that's running now, but they are the same team but an updated logo, but we went with the throwback logos right there, Barcelona. We got Frankfurt. The Frankfurt Galaxy. I love Frankfurt Galaxy. I remember when Madden 2001, I played with them. And anyways, they're here. Then we have the Munich Ravens, hopefully. So these are all Europe teams. This is a Europe league. These are all real teams. in the Europe League, but they've come over to play in our league. You got the Rain and Fire. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. I'll look it up. But they're a road team as well. Really cool logo and whatnot. But anyways, moving over. So we have no American teams yet until we get to this division here. We got the Arizona Rattlers, which is, I believe, an arena football team or an indoor football team. I'm pretty sure. Then we have the Michigan Panthers. Of course, you know, I'm going to put the what is it? The USFL, or is it the XFL now, or I don't know what it's called now, but they merged. Anyways, the Michigan Panthers, the St. Louis Fearless, and then the Vegas Reapers. Now, we have a couple teams that have the same name and play in the same place. That's just this league, okay? So we'll get used to them, but this is the Vegas Reapers. The reason I say that is we have another Reapers team, but it's not based in Vegas. And they are not even in the same conference. So it's going to be kind of funny. We could have a SFL championship with Reapers versus Reapers. But anyways, moving on to the final division in this conference is the 404 Atlanta. If you don't, come on, guys. You got to tell me. Tell me, do you know if this is a real team or not? Be honest. Don't cheat. Leave it in the comment section below. Come on, bro. Tell me you know who 404 Atlanta is. Then, anyways, we're going to move over to the second Arizona team. So, same conferences, but the Arizona Outlaw. Come on, man. This should kind of give it away. Then you have the Minnesota Reapers. So, actually, we do have two Reapers here. We got the Vegas Reapers and the Minnesota Reapers. And then the New York Nightmare. Can you tell what this division is? Shout out to my boy DM Dustin, I think that is. That's where you can get these teams from. He did a really good job, I think. Moving over to the other conference, we've got the Portland Settler, or Portland. I don't want to mess their first name up. I don't know. We'll get used to all the names and whatnot. But Portland there. Then we have, shout out to, who was it? Someone said they wanted to see, I can't remember now because I've been working so long, I can't really remember, but the Portsmouth Spartans. This was a team that was in the NFL, well, the NFL wasn't created, but played from 1930 something to, they didn't play for long. But they ended up turning into the Detroit Lions, I'm pretty sure is what the comment said. I can't. But anyways, this is your team. I got it in here. Purple and gold, I think, was their team uniforms or colors or whatever. So don't worry. They have 3 different logos. So that's their main logo. But the other logos look really cool. I can't wait for the uniform reveals in this league. We got so many teams to learn and whatnot. Next up, we got the Virginia Beach Navigators. And then the most controversial, I don't even know if I should show it, but the Washington Skins. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. You know, Washington Skins. Anyways, we're going to keep moving on. Arlington Renegade. Of course, I can't, bro. They're like the coolest uniforms in that little league here in America. So pretty cool. Then we got the Birmingham Stallions. Of course, they had to make it in. They're like the most dominant in that whole thing, in that little minor league. Then we have the Georgia Force. I'm pretty sure this is an arena team from way back when, if I'm correct. Now, note, we have 2 Georgia teams. We'll get to the other Georgia team here in a minute. Jacksonville Sharks. This is a arena football team, or indoor football team, I'm pretty sure. But they're coming to play real football, baby. All right, so Jacksonville Sharks. Next up, we've got the Boston Gales. They are in Boston. There you go. Pretty cool, huh? Then Orlando Guardians. Pretty dope. I mean, obviously, we know where they're from. They coming to play for us. The Miami Hammerheads. Come on. You know who blitz the league, too. Come on, man. Get it together. Miami Hammerheads. And then the Louisiana Music. I made this team. All right. This is one of the teams I made. Louisiana Music. You can download it and use it. Louisiana Jazz, Louisiana Music. I thought it'd be pretty fitting. The LT Jazz, whatever. But anyways. Then we have the Calgary Stallions, I think. Or Stampeders. This is a real Canadian team. So there you go. Canada. I messed up the name, but they play in Toronto. The Toronto Howling, or as they like to be called, the Canada Howling. Anyways, another Canadian team. I made them. Then this is very unique. This is actually a real team. I had to do a lot of research and it took me a lot to get this logo. But I made this team, and it's based on a real team, and it's I forget their name, but it's the Frontiers. They play in Kawasaki. It's a Japanese football team, the Kawasaki Frontiers. So, then we have the Northern Men. So, 2 Toronto teams and a Calgary team. So, 3 Canadian teams total there. So, pretty diverse there. And then that's it. Yeah, we're back at the rest. So, pretty cool. I mean, right? This is that's the league. Now, how are we going to go about handling the players and whatnot? Well, we can't do anything other than a fantasy draft. We are very, very limited with Madden 25. And I'm going to be quite honest with you. I think this is a pretty bad Madden. I would not recommend getting this if you're thinking about getting it. There's so many things that just, you're in handcuffs and in shackles. And quite honestly, I'm getting fed up with it. I don't know how much longer I'll be able to do this. But at least this is a little bit refreshing and unique and kind of fun. So what we're going to do is do a fantasy draft. I don't know what team I'm going to be yet. One of the negative things is you can only do this online. So, you know, you can't like get a save point here and then, you know, once you go through 25 seasons, just reload this save point and redo it. You know, you're going to have to resubmit every single team if you want to take your franchises really, really far and stuff. And it takes forever to load. Like, if you do all 32 teams, it's going to take, I'm pretty sure, 5 minutes to get to the main menu right here. Like, from backing out to loading back into the game. It's just like you're playing on the PS2. I don't get it. I don't know. I'm very disappointed in this Madden, but that's besides the point. I'm going to be looking at these teams, deciding who I want to be the general manager for. And in next episode, we're going to do the fantasy draft. And we're going to pick it up from there. Now, I want this league to be a little weaker than the MFL, right? So, I obviously can't weaken the starting players. Like, I mean, we're still going to have Patrick Mahomes and all the real players that are in the NFL. That kind of sucks. I would like to just for it to be random. But we're going to look past that. And as we go on, those players will leave and we'll be, you know, settling in with our generated players. But I don't want them to be these crazy athletes because this is a minor league. And so I think what I'm going to do is weaken the drafts completely to make the league less competitive as the MFL. There will still be players that rise up and play so good that maybe they get an invite to move up to go to the MFL. But I do want there to be a difference in gameplay. I don't want it to be as the players to dominate as much. We'll obviously get that effect more later in the series than right at the beginning, because right at the beginning we're going to have real players in the league and stuff. But I think it'll be fun nonetheless. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know in the comment section, what team are you rocking? Go ahead, pick a favorite team out of these teams. And go root for them, and you know, let's see who is going to win the most championships. Right now, no one has any. This is the start of a new beginning. I hope you guys are excited. I'll see you on the next episode.